Okay, just a bit of an update on my high output Yamaha ski. As you can tell here, it's pulled down. I just sprayed it with silicone spray. Had to wash it, degrease it. Anyway, oil filter blew off again. I do not know why. They don't run a pressure regulator. They don't. So when they hit the maximum pressure, they blow off instead of blowing the oil filter to pieces. So just a quick video, a couple of things to look out for. See there, that's an oil rail, runs along. Couple bearings got cooked. That's a bit of texture on them. So I've got to replace a couple. As you can see, that's a rail there, and at the other end, you've got a plug. You can see that. Yep. They should have put a valve there. I don't know if the SHO has got one, but if they do, I'll be putting one on mine because I'm sick of this problem. So modify them to go hard. Like I said, I blow mine up, so you don't. So when I resolve this problem, I'll let you know what's going on. I'm just going to clean the lens. I don't know what's going on here. So I've been using this from Bunnings. Silicone spray. It's quite good. It's pretty cheap. Recommend it. So yeah, the crank looks alright. Last time the rod went blue and it was knocking. If they go blue, you know you got problems. So I stripped it down anyway. Still a bit of crappy oil sitting in there. I think that might be the new spray, I don't know. Anyway, so I sprayed everything so it doesn't rust. So if you run synthetic oil in them, apparently it turns to an acid with water. So you've got to get it out as soon as possible. Alright, so if you're sitting on a ski, on the left hand side, there is a plug. It's going to be upside down, so when it rolls, it's going to be there. Okay, so it's going to sit about there, but you got to flip this motor upside down. Alright, it's upside down because that's the cradle, bolts onto that. So it's under there on the left hand side at the back, and it's 12 mil. So you've got to pull it out and flush it. The best thing about this, most of the sludge went straight to the bottom, like the crusty, sludgy crap. So there's a couple of weird things going on. I don't know what's going on with a couple of things, but I don't know if you can see right now. No. Oh, hang on. You see inside the port there? See the gold? I don't know if you can see that, but the ports are going gold. I don't know if that's from fuel. No idea. So that'll be interesting if you know what that is. Okay. Z418 oil filter the guys are running at the moment. They say no problems, but I've ran Toyota ones. They bolt on, and I'll tell you what, they fly off just as quick as the Yamaha. SBT, don't even try them if you modify the engine. They blow off like instantly. Stock engine, look, they're okay. I've never used one on a stock engine. I haven't had a stock engine. But quick acceleration, that's when they explode. They just go kaboom. If you hear it starting to beep, engine slowing down, pull the lanyard. Don't even keep going. Pull the lanyard. Alright, and open the seat up. If you've got oil everywhere, you know what it is, the oil filters come off. Sometimes they rust out, so if you ever hear that fast accelerating, pull the lanyard straight away. Don't even muck around. It's not worth it. The last one I had to buy a crank, it cost over $3 grand. So this crank, it's not worth it for me to not strip it and find out what happened. So now I'm going to put a brace on it and try to clamp them with a hose clamp and a bit of rubber between it so it doesn't slip. The rubber will hold it and make a bracket. But I've got other videos coming of how to make extra cooling to prevent cylinder head cracking. I'm working on that in the process of making something totally different. I believe salt water is causing it, and certain propellers putting air bubbles in the cylinder head, so it's not bleeding properly. So anyway, So I just wanted to keep you updated, show you what's happening, why things happen. This is fully balanced. This is a second set of rods, different crank, different bearings, different pistons, all balanced, dynamically balanced, not just normal balance, dynamically. And still throwing oil filters. It's not vibration. It might be a harmonic vibration from the motor, but you cannot feel it. When it blew off, I checked it, it was 3 turns off. I rode for an hour and a half. That was a long way to tow me back. We ended up beaching it, and a mate, we just rode in the dark and come back and picked it up on someone's boat ramp. That's how bad it got. There's dark, then there's dark. Like no street lights, no nothing. Farms. No moon. So anyway, just be aware this can happen. Alright? So hopefully it doesn't to yours. This is 5th time it's come off. Last one, it just destroyed everything. I can't afford it to keep happening. But like I said, I'll plug things up before you do. Hopefully I can come up with a valve in this stupid thing. Or if I can't, I'll make one. Pops off at 80 PSI or something. But I think it's something phenomenal pressure here. I can't see a relief valve anywhere. So just about to put these in my oven. It's a closed dryer, but like a Swedish one, a European type, like a shed with a heater in it. So these will dry out and get all the moisture out. And this will go in as well. It's a headache, but what can you do? Around here, you can back the bolts off, and you can pull it back, but there's a dowel up here. I'm taking the dowel out, and you can get the base off. Here, there is no gasket. It's all silicone. But the problem is, make sure you get the silicone out of there. Get an old wind up drill. You know the ones you wind instead of the battery powered, and put a drill bit on it and try to get down there and clean them out like I do. I'm still going to have to go over it, but what a nightmare. Because the bolts won't go down and it won't clamp down properly. Some silicones do. Look out. Not silicone. It's oil based. This is oil based. You cannot get oil on it when it's wet. It will not. It's like water based paint, alright? You know what that's like? You can wash up with it with water. When it dries, you can't. Same thing. Alright, so be aware. Do not get oil on them. Read the instructions. This stuff here, the worst stuff, it's oil based. Yeah. Make sure it dries. Give it 24 hours. Make sure 100% it's dry. You're going to have trouble. I use the grey stuff. That's fine. The red stuff's high temperature. But, yeah, there's no gasket there. There's no gasket on that one when that one bolts onto. Alright? The only gasket is this. And when you put the oil pump back on, that's got to come off. The oil cooler's got to come off. Do not put sealant on it. You bolt it up. Bit of Loctite on the threads so it doesn't come apart, and you don't need sealant on that, all that. Alright, maybe in the corner if you want when you're putting on the silicone around, but that's it. You don't put any on there. You just loosen them off so you can fold it back a little bit. Some people use super glue. In Scania, they've got gaskets, oil ones. They use super glue to hold them in place. So don't be surprised if you have to do that. So that's another trick. You know about the one-way bearing and that. I've got other videos. So just there's a Y on the rod that points to the front, so it's on the front fascia, like this side of it. And the Y points forward, and lugs point forward as well. So just a bit of an insight. So when you hear my videos or watch them, I hope you learn something and you've learned something new, because this is painful, you know. And hopefully you get something out of it, and hopefully these new oil filters, the 418 will hold up. So I'll let you know how that goes too and what's happening. But while it's apart, I'm doing a bit more work to it. I don't just pull it down for no reason. I've got new ideas every time. So I'll keep you up to date and let you know what's safe and try not to tell you anything that's dangerous. I like going fast, but it's costing too much. Thanks for watching.